are again, Sean. We're back.
Yeah, happy Friday.
Thank you. Happy Friday, Sean.
Okay.
Yep.
And the week that was.
The week that was, yeah. Actually, I had a little bit of a challenging week. Actually, let's start with you. Let's start with some good, positive weeks.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was, I mean, it was pretty stock standard week in terms of workload and that kind of stuff for me. But
Yeah.
the standout of the week was my little pup.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
he got
Yeah.
day 6 this week. And,
Oh.
so I know.
No,
I know, poor guy.
that's not so fun.
I know. And it was very quick. I took him in
know.
on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
The vet called me at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and said, okay,
Mm.
he's ready to come home. And he's well ready.
You're like,
And
where's
I'm
my
like,
dad?
Yeah, and they said they'd never seen anything like it. Like he'd woken up and he was just exactly alert and wanting treats. And I got him home and he wasn't really. It felt like he hadn't been sedated at all. Like it was just normal. Anyway, they gave me his aftercare medication.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, he's a bit active, so maybe just up the dosage a little bit.
Yeah.
Just be naughty because he can handle it.
Yeah.
But then it had,
So you gave it at home as well?
and then
Oh.
it had the opposite effect. So I gave it to him at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
and I was still up with him at 1 in the morning. He just couldn't settle. He was. I know he would have been in pain, and he had this bucket thing on his head as well,
Yeah.
which he still has it. Yeah, but he wasn't.
Calming
He wasn't.
down.
No, not at all. The day after, he was better.
Yeah. How old is he?
12 months.
12 months. Yeah.
12
yeah.
months. So he's still,
Okay.
and he's a Labrador, because Labradors don't really grow up
Oh,
in
They're-
terms of their puppy
they're
behaviour.
playful. Okay.
They
the
play
whole
for
time.
for the
Okay.
first 5 to 7 years of their life. They're just playful.
Yeah.
But he's next level. He's next level playful. He's adorable.
And you can't give him back now.
No, he's mine. He's my boy. No,
Oh, bless. Yeah. Do you love having him around though, Sean?
he's a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pets are.
he's
Pets
delightful.
are good, aren't they?
He's
yeah.
delightful. Yeah.
I mean, one, there's friends, but two,
Mm.
there's pets.
Yeah.
Pets are good, aren't they?
The other thing, I bought a piano.
No.
It was an
way.
impulse
What?
buy.
Love it.
It was
Black Friday sale?
No.
Whoops. I mean, I did go into the shop thinking,
Mm.
oh, I really need to buy a new pair of white shoes.
Mm.
Got ruined in Cape to Cape. Went in, 40% off Black Friday sale.
Is it today?
Today. Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was next week.
Yeah, so
Okay,
then
yeah.
I accidentally went on the online last night. I don't
Accidentally?
yeah, and,
Just,
at the time it's like, $64. That's okay. Yeah, for like 6 times.
Oh my
It
gosh.
adds up. You
Yeah,
think,
it does.
oh, great sale, like 60%, 70% off. Yeah, and
But
then you
then-
get to the checkout.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So where did you get the piano?
Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
I think it just came up on my social media feed. And it wasn't a sale thing. It was just and I was tinkering away on my guitar.
Yeah.
Just tinkering away. And then I was at my computer scrolling through my socials and this ad came up. I'm like, do you know what? That wouldn't be bad.
Do you play piano?
I don't.
Oh, you do now.
But I will. Yeah, no, I
I
will.
think it's
So
easier to learn than the guitar. I think the
I
piano's
think it
easier.
is. I think
Yeah.
it is. And it's, for me, I think it's transferable because I play by ear. Like guitar, I play by ear. I
yeah.
can read music, but I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
So I think,
I think once
I
you
think
know
once-
the keys,
once you-
once
yeah,
you know
exactly,
the
you can.
keys, yeah,
yeah,
I think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
what colour? Black.
it's beautiful.
Oh.
It's
Is
been
it-
delivered already.
Is it a big, or it just goes on a stand?
It goes on a stand, so it's
Yes.
electric piano.
Yes,
But
but it's got proper ivory keys.
yeah, and it's
Yes.
weighted
Heavy.
keys, and it feels so good.
so
And it
good,
sounds
isn't it?
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
somebody who plays it properly would make it sound fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny. Like I play the first couple of keys, and
Yes.
a few notes actually, and Buddy the pup,
Oh.
he'd never heard of a piano before.
Yeah.
He was well confused. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he'll
was
get
like-
used to. He'll like it.
I don't know
Well,
if I don't know if it was the
maybe you
piano
hype him up.
sound or it was my
Yeah.
playing. Maybe was a bit
Oh.
off. So
No, it's
So-
probably a little bit out of key. Was
A
no,
little bit.
Sean, it could. No, it wasn't your play.
how do you
Oh, that's
tune a digital piano?
exciting.
Yeah, no.
I
it
mean,
is.
it's good to learn new things as well.
Yeah, and that's I think that's why I got it, just to keep things fresh, just to learn new stuff. And
You know, this podcast is a new thing for me. Would I say it's a challenge? I probably shifted my thought process to even, you know what, after the first one, Sean, I was so excited. I left here and I went, I'm excited. Wow, this is really, it did start something off inside. I was like, yeah, this is exciting. And here we are in week 3. Week 3. I am still so grateful, so blessed. People have been really, really amazing. Like the feedback I've got from the short reels to the pictures to whatever. Thank you, everybody.
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah. I made it clear at the beginning, you know, this is not a forum for, you know, negativity as such, but it's definitely an open forum, like open forum. And, you know, we'll talk about, there's a reel that you sent me during the week about opening up about our opinions.
Yes.
Being it was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's that reel, it's those types of reels that I'm like, make a reel real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I just think everyone's entitled to an opinion. Good.
Yeah, and that's the whole idea behind this.
It's the whole idea.
We just wanted to generate some discussion, get some other opinions, and yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I'm very grateful. Thank you. There's also one other very significant thing that happened to me this week, Sean, within my family, and it was actually a car accident. Was it serious? No one was hurt, but both cars were a write-off. And it's actually one of my family members' fault. It was unfortunate. It was an accident. He was waved through and didn't see the oncoming car.
But he's okay.
You know what? I do use the word grateful a lot, Sean, but sometimes, you know, even if we use the word love, we use it in different contexts. And this, again, I'm just grateful no one was hurt.
Absolutely.
No one was hurt. Is that the end? No, it's not. Like, I'm not only grateful, I do think I've talked before about things happen for a reason. And I've also thought, I see so often we don't know what's happening in people's lives. Like, you know, we see them come and they're happy, or they put a face on, or we think, this has really hit home this week, this very saying that we don't know what's happening in people's lives.
That's why I make it a point just to be kind, because it doesn't take anything to be kind, but because you just don't know what people are going through in their lives, you know. People will front up, they'll show up with their, you know, smiley faces, but you just don't know. They you know, could be fighting invisible battles that, you know, so. Yeah,
and we also deal with it very differently. So I go to work and people have no idea what happens at home, and I do my job exactly the same as I did without these incidences that may occur. So, you know, we all deal with it differently. Lucky I have amazing family. I have amazing friends, you know, and I'm grateful nothing happened. Like, no, you know, nobody got hurt. I'm grateful.
Absolutely. I mean, no doubt he's shaken up, and it's probably going to take a while to get over, but the most important thing is that, you know, he's okay physically.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, cars are replaceable and all that kind of stuff. So
that's.
You know, I lost a brother in a car accident, and like you said, these things just happen so quickly and unexpectedly. You don't know what's around the corner.
Today we're going to talk about something that I was really interested in. There actually is quite a few bits of media out there about it. However, it says, oh, it's a secret, or read more, pay this, do this. It's a secret. And I thought, what is this secret? Like, it doesn't need to be a secret. Tell me more. So actually, I didn't pay for it, and I kept looking, and I found it's called the hero instinct, and it's a biological factor of men. So I sent the reel to Sean. Actually, I asked him the question, have you heard of
Yeah, you asked me.
the hero instinct?
And I hadn't
No.
When you mentioned it, I hadn't heard of it. And,
But now that you've had a little look at it, do you understand it?
I understand it. I do understand it. And
it's interesting, isn't it?
it's very interesting.
And do you agree with it?
With some of it.
Oh,
Because what they talk about, what constitutes
okay.
this hero instinct, some of it goes right back to, like you said, biological. It's right in our DNA. Like we just, as guys, naturally tuned in that way. We're just wired that way.
Yeah. James Bauer.
Yeah, that's the one. All right, so he's listed 11 triggers.
Yeah.
Asking for help.
Yeah. So this is actually from, it's actually talking about, it is to do with relationships and successful relationships and how men, not saying want to be treated, but how they respond well in a relationship.
Yeah.
And it may improve or make a relationship more successful or very successful. Yeah. And for longevity.
That I agree with, because guys like to feel useful. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Like they gave a simple example here, asking to help you open a jar.
Yes.
That's actually a big deal for us. I kid you not.
It is. It's such a simple thing, but she needed me.
Exactly. Let's say you and I in a relationship, you ask me to open a jar. I know that you're perfectly capable of opening this jar.
Yeah.
But the fact that you asked me.
Yeah. Do you find it, though, because we did speak last week about being more masculine as females, not masculine looking, but doing more masculine things. So for me, I'm going to respond to when I initially had a look at these things. I actually asked my sister these 11 things to her partner. And I looked through these things and I thought, would I ask a man to do this to make him feel better or to bring out the hero instinct? I don't think I would. I was like, would I try really hard to get the lid off? Well, no, if you were there and I was like, could you try? But I would give it a good shot first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
Yeah, I think I would. And
I do understand that, yeah.
On the other side, Sean, do you not look and go, oh, God, she can't even get the lid off? Like, it's easy. Do you not think, stop wasting my time? Now, this is a very simple example. However...
No, I'm quite a prolific lid opener. I quite get excited by the opening of the lid. But I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
I mean, if you're sitting down and you're not actively doing something, of course. But I would find that if a man was sitting there watching the TV
if I was watching the footy or something, I'm like, look. Yeah.
Another two. Give it a twist, mate. So I think in perspective, however, I do think the bottom line is men do love to be needed or wanted. Is there a difference?
Yes.
There is. Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
there's a difference.
Yes.
Again, going back to this simple jar example, it's just the concept of being needed. Like even if I know that you're capable of doing something.
You did it last night. Why can't you do it tonight?
Yeah, it's just the whole. Yeah.
Is that how you think sometimes, or is that how I'm perceiving how you think, how most men will think? Or is that because from my experience of having 3 boys, and I say, Ned, could you open this jar? And he's going, like maybe I get it from my experiences as well.
Yeah, well, you would. Absolutely.
So, I mean, how many times can you ask someone to open a jar for you? Every time?
I guess so. I mean, you're not going to open a jar every day, but still, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Checking the oil in the engine, in the car.
I would love that. I mean, I would love that. But again, I feel like.
But then again, I know guys who don't know where the dipstick is. You know, they have no idea about.
And is it? Can I ask? Changing the oil, is that a man's job? Yeah, I do.
Back to chauvinistic.
I think it's a man's job. I think changing the oil is a man's job.
So he's doing the laundry, a woman's job?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So I disagree.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because all these domestic stuff like
lots
cooking.
of people will.
Like
yes.
the domestic stuff like the cooking and all.
Yes.
I love doing that.
Yes, that's amazing.
I mean, no. I mean, I love cooking, but the laundry, like I'm capable, so why not
different. You're
not do it?
capable of doing it.
Yeah.
But does that bring out the hero instinct in you? No. But
No,
changing
that doesn't.
But
No.
changing the oil does.
Yeah.
Me asking you to change the oil, me asking you to do the laundry, oof. Really?
Yeah, I see your point.
I
yeah.
think that might be a bit more of a chore.
The more, let's go back to the car thing, the more physically demanding like changing a tyre or something like that.
Yes.
Then I'll go, like, okay, that's
I
more
think
suited
it
to
is.
a guy
I
doing
think it is.
Right, so tell him what you need. I like this one.
Do you? Excellent.
like
Because
this
I was just reading the little bit underneath. I'll tell you my side just really quickly. And this is, well, it was only discussed yesterday, but it hits a nail on the head. A girlfriend of mine, her mother-in-law came over and said, hey, I'm not seeing Chris as much anymore. Is there anything up? Is there anything wrong? And she went, no, everything seems to be fine. I'm not sure. He doesn't seem to call over much anymore. And my girlfriend says, oh, okay then, all right then. Well, I mean, you know his FIFO and you know his time's limited when he comes back. Have you reached out to let him know? Not really. We're waiting for him to come or him to tell us when he is free. I think, so my girlfriend gave the advice to, please, why don't you message him and say, are you free on Saturday at 2:00? Come over for a coffee. It's one direct, it's a time, it's a place. He will either say yes or no, or he will say or ask him, can we make another time? Set a time, a date and a place.
Absolutely.
And do you think that's what they're talking about?
I think so because,
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Guys are very, like we've discussed, very factual. We like we don't like grey areas, you
No.
know, we like.
Yeah. So if we say, hey, why don't we catch up? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it says there, you know, your partner or whoever
Yes.
can't read your mind. So
Yeah.
you have to be clear and direct, you know.
Yeah. So do you think they're talking from the partner's point of view or do you think from the man's it is?
From the
It's-
partner's
yeah.
point of view.
We do. Like,
Because you guys will, if we don't hear it from our partners, we don't know we might be doing something that our partners don't like, or tell us, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'd really like, for our relationship's sake, like every Wednesday or Friday, we have a date night, just me and you, like, just set those
Organise
things in
something.
place.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
just like, okay, this is what's going to make, this is what
So-
I need to make me happy. And then,
That's right.
because
Yes.
then the hero instinct kicks in. So like, oh,
I need to
I'm going to make her happy, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this because
Yeah.
I want to.
Do you think it puts more emphasis on it if we do say, like Sean, on like Friday, let's catch up. It would make me really happy to see you. Do you think it puts more emphasis on it?
Yes, like
Because it's an emotional
and-
thing, you know,
exactly.
it's a feeling. So
Yeah.
it's like, does it put more pressure on you?
not pressure.
Okay.
No,
But-
not pressure.
But
It's actually
a nicer feeling?
it's
an
it's actually
excitement?
it is, and
Yeah.
it is excitement.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Number 3, Sean.
Okay, let's move on to 3. Let him protect you. Yes.
Yes.
100% yes.
Yeah.
That's a guy thing. It's in our DNA to be protectors.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Definitely.
coming back to caveman days. You know, this is at our core. This is who we are.
Yeah.
You know, protectors.
It can range, can't it? Like, I mean, even some guys like to walk on the inside of the street. It's just a gentle protective thing that the woman walks on the inside.
Absolutely.
The chances
yeah.
of any, but it is a lovely gesture.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like, and I like it.
Yeah, and so do I.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Not just, it's actually a thought that you've had, I'm going to walk on this side.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a thought that, and I'll let her walk on the inside. Yeah.
And
I like it.
gives an example there. If he calls an Uber after a date, then texts you to make sure you've made it home okay, and that's his way of protecting you. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's really fun.
So-
When you actually look further into it, there's many things that men do, subtle things that they do, and we think, that's nice. It's actually a bit deeper than being just nice. It's actually being protective.
It is, yeah.
It's
No,
being-
yeah. It's
Because men don't generally message just to be nice. They normally have. I'm not saying.
no, I disagree with that actually.
They don't. But they. Do, I don't think they do it. Oh, I just want to say because if you want to be nice, it is a little bit. I don't think there's any purpose in being just nice to see if she got home. You care about her.
Yeah.
If you care about her, you want to make sure she gets home. So that's a protective thing.
Yeah, that's right.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that I think that's an easy one.
I mean, they
think
say
that
it's
we agree.
hardwired.
And I agree.
it's
Like it's something
inbuilt.
done subconsciously. Like
Yeah.
it's just there.
Yeah.
You know, like it's.
And I
it's-
don't think there's
it's an
any woman
instinct.
that doesn't like it. Yeah,
I should think so.
Yeah, I don't think like you know how we talk about the masculine, female. For me, protective. Even when, like my son, every night, I'm just locking the door, Mum. I don't take that as a chore for him.
Yeah.
I take it as that's a protective thing for me, and I just love it. It's actually a beautiful feeling, and that's one thing he does because he's thought about everyone else in the house.
Correct. Yeah.
Goes to lock the doors. Do you
I'm sure there are women out there that would minority, I would suspect, that
maybe.
if they do get that text saying how did you get home okay, there's a minority that would say, yeah, I'm a big girl, kind of.
Really?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
I think if you,
but-
genuinely like the person and would like to pursue the relationship further, whatever that relationship is, it's a respect thing. Even if you don't feel like it's a genuine protect or a genuine question to see, did you get home okay?
Yeah.
I think as a respect, and if you like them, you definitely get a response.
Yeah, yeah.
But maybe there is some people out there, but I definitely, I
think
like it.
there's a minority of,
Yeah.
girls out there that would think, oh, I'm a big
Yeah.
girl, like, settle down.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, okay
I think
then.
so, yeah. Okay, tell him how happy he makes you.
Yeah.
Tell him how happy he makes you.
Do you agree?
Because I would like to know that in a relationship. I would like
Yeah.
to know
Can we tell you
that
too
I am
much?
value. What do you mean by that? Like,
Can we tell you, because, if we tell you all the time.
oh, is that what you mean? Yeah.
Can we tell you too much? I don't
Yeah.
think.
Oh, no, yeah, you don't want to saturate it because then it just
Yeah.
becomes
Yeah.
like,
I think
it's
if
more of a reminder, like,
Yeah.
like intermittent reminders.
Yeah.
Like, this is why you make me so happy because you've done this and this. You're so
Yeah.
thoughtful. You've done this little thing.
Yeah.
You've brought me, you've given me flowers out of the blue. Whatever the case may be.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sparks something in a guy.
Yeah.
It really does.
Does
Like,
it bring out their feelings?
it really does. No, it makes us feel appreciated. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because
I
then.
don't think you can say it too much. We talk about lots about the olden days. Every day a lady would go to the door and kiss her husband goodbye to work and say, "Oh, you make me so happy." Meet him at the door. That's at least twice a day. Is this too much? I don't think anything's too much.
Actually,
I
you've
think-
got a very good point. So my parents, they're both deceased, but they were married for 53 years, right?
Yeah.
So 53 years. And they would be so tactile. Like,
Yes.
Mum wouldn't walk past my dad without resting a hand on his shoulders. And as a kid, I was like, geez, put that away,
Calm
like,
down.
yeah. But now, like, wow, how special,
Yeah. I think if the feelings are reciprocated, it's never too much.
Yeah.
I don't think it can be too much.
Yeah. it's a
Does
good
it
point,
become
actually.
less important? I think, again, if the feelings
Yeah.
are reciprocated and equal, yeah. You're not mind readers.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and again,
Yeah.
just that little sentence, like, you make me so happy because of
Yeah.
whatever reason,
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that's a booster.
Yeah.
That it adds to that hero instinct thing,
Yes.
And you raised a point earlier that you shouldn't rely on others to make you happy. You should be happy,
Yes.
and which I agree with. But
Yes.
your partner or your life partner or your whatever can certainly amplify that happiness.
Last week, I think in the beginning of when we have new relationships, it is a little bit hard because, one's holding back and waiting for the other, one's holding back, waiting for the other. Once you start, once the barriers start coming down, you feel a little bit more confident to say that, and
Yeah, that's right. Once that relationship dynamic's been established, then because I mean, yeah, there is a growth period in any relationship. You
How
know,
long
where
do you
you're gonna,
think it is, Sean?
I mean,
How long's a piece of string?
gosh, my brother,
Yes.
one of my brothers,
Yes.
he married his wife, current wife, after 2 weeks of meeting her.
No
Within
way.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I
He
like
met her
it.
a week later that
Yeah.
he proposed,
Yes.
and the week after that,
Wow.
got married.
And they're still married.
so they've been married something
Yeah.
like 35 years.
Let's do number 5, Sean.
Okay, give him compliments and praise.
Mm.
Um,
I saw you read this.
yeah, I'm
and
not
you
sure
were,
how I feel about this
yeah,
one.
I know. You were
Yeah.
like,
I mean, mutual compliments with it, you know, in a relationship is a must. But whether that contributes to our hero instinct, yeah, I mean, it makes us feel good.
yes.
Like,
Yes.
you know, and if I gave you a compliment, you'd feel good. But I don't think it really has anything to do with.
I think it sort of ties in. I think
Do
also
you think so?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it just says, you know, I mean, the examples they gave, you know, hey, dinner was so good last night. You know, thanks. Thanks for cooking or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of things there that I want to say. You know, sometimes I don't say things at the time, and I sometimes regret it because that moment has gone. Do we then go back and either thank them, give compliments, or revisit what we may have missed in that moment? I think just do it. Obviously, we can't do it for everything, but just do it. It's just like if you don't feel like doing it at that moment, I don't think you should. Like, don't do it. Yeah. I mean, especially when the words come, I love you, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I might not be feeling that right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know, it is a hard one, but we all have feelings, and we all do it in our own time. But they also said, it says make time to find these compliments. Yeah, do you know what? I think that this is relationships become a little bit more aware. Yeah, so it's making us a little bit more conscious. But you know what? If you feel something, say it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Like, you know what? If dinner was great, say it. If it wasn't so great, change the compliment.
It needs to be said because we need to hear these things, you know. I mean, if we don't hear it, then we're like, you know, the dinner I cooked last night was.
Yeah, it tasted good.
It was amazing, and then you know, and then if we don't hear it, I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm not being
do it again?
Yeah, I'm not being
do I wanna
appreciated, or you know, she's taking me for granted, or something like that.
Yeah, I
so,
agree. The other thing is, Sean, I think that when I say, I mean, not your haircut, but when I say...
What is wrong with my haircut? Thank you.
It's perfect, actually.
It is. Thank you.
You know what, Sean? When you say, oh, Deb, I love that colour on you, I think that for me, my response or feelings are different to yours for when I say to you, Sean, I love that shirt that you've got on. It looks good on you. Yeah. Or, oh, my God, you look so broad in that shirt. Then you go, I think that for me, my feelings that you have brought out are different to the feelings that I will bring out with the same compliment, bringing out a masculine part of you.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah. Number 6, Sean.
Number 6 goes, show your appreciation for him. Showing appreciation, showing gratitude for, absolutely, goes a long way. It goes a massive way, Again, it goes, like I said before, if we don't hear it, then I don't know, some guys can get pretty down on it, like, you know, I'm just kind of drifting.
Am I doing the right thing?
Yeah, I'm just
Does she like me?
Yeah,
Does she actually like what I do? Or does she even appreciate what I do?
Right. Yeah.
Does it matter? Does it become saturated if we use it often? I don't think so.
If it's different things you show appreciation for.
Yeah. Or it could be. And the other thing that it does say, Sean, is be more conscious of it. I did say that in the last thing, but you know what? I'm not saying say it if you don't mean it, but I'm definitely, I think, look, I am learning from this, Sean, and it's really interesting. I know we're talking about the hero instinct, but this can go further. Any man,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be on a, I guess you say, a relationship or
friendship basis
intimacy,
no,
basis.
Yeah.
It can be day to day.
Absolutely.
I think
friendship
so.
thing, absolutely.
Yeah. The only thing is sometimes I guess men might read it differently.
No, the friendship's established.
Yeah.
Um,
So sometimes if we give them a compliment, do you think they may read it wrong? Do you think it needs to be in a relationship? Hard, actually.
yeah, it
isn't
depends on
it?
how well you know the person, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you're right, it can go either
Do you know,
way.
yeah.
But it really, I think, like I
mean,
said, if the friendship.
Do we want to bring out the hero instinct in, not saying random people, but friends, or if you actually met if you met someone that you had more feelings for, would it mean more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the
Yeah.
emotions are deeper, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so it would.
Yeah.
You know. And it
Oh.
says there, showing you appreciation helps them feel valued. Yeah, which it does.
It does, doesn't it?
I mean, we
Yeah.
like to feel. I mean, women too. You know,
They do.
You know,
I mean, it goes
just
both ways, but it's really interesting. I do think the women like it. And I'm not saying it's not essential, but this is essential for men to feel like a hero to their partner in their relationship.
because
Yeah.
if that instinct is fueled,
Yeah.
it makes the guy, in my opinion, a better partner because
It does, I think.
you know.
Makes it relax.
Okay,
Let's go number 7.
which says encourage him.
Yeah, I guess when I was reading that, a couple of things. Do you encourage them for things that they want to do, or you actually believe that they can do?
Believe.
In that-
Yeah, I think.
I think that if they are reaching for things that may be unattainable, do we still need to encourage and support them, or do we need to make them see more realistically?
Unattainable in whose opinion, though? Like in whose eyes? So it'll be in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, in their eyes, may not be.
May not be. So it
So a bit
says
of
to
encouragement.
stay in their corner. So that's to almost support them regardless. Yeah,
But if-
it's crazy.
If,
Yeah.
You know, but if you're seeing that they're heading a direction, there's red flags everywhere that they're not seeing, and they're heading on a path of self-destruction, perhaps,
Yeah,
because they might not see what you can see.
yeah,
Then obviously you're not going to encourage them, even if
Yeah.
that's a goal they set.
yeah,
You know, it could be a business venture or it could be a business partnership, and you see red flags.
yeah,
They believe
Yeah.
in this thing. You know, you've got these red flags, so
yeah.
you wouldn't encourage. You just then would have a discussion. So, look, this is what's popping up for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, that's when the red flags. If there's no red
If there's
flags,
no red flags,
it's
then
like again, it comes back to we need to make a conscious effort to give him this feedback, to give him encouragement.
yeah,
You need to make sure, they say behind every great man is a
100%.
great woman. However,
100%.
you do need to back them, whatever it is. It could be something quite simple. It could be like an education thing. It could be a job thing, but it can be just something, a discussion with their family. And I guess it goes deeper, like to actually encourage him maybe to take those steps, that biggest,
Yeah.
believe in him. Like, I believe in you.
So, just
Apply for that job. I think you'll get it.
yeah. Give him your undivided attention. I like this.
Really? Oh,
Do you know what?
yeah.
As a rule,
So when I first saw it, undivided attention, I
and
thought,
it's not.
yeah. But when you read a little bit more and start thinking about it,
Yeah,
it's
and
interesting, isn't
yes,
it?
because
Yeah.
guys, as a rule, we're
Yeah.
not great communicators. And then when we do decide, okay, this is important for me to talk about this.
Yeah. You want
I
us
want you
to stop.
and you could be actively listening while
Yeah.
doing something else. Like women are
Yeah.
so good at the multitasking.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
We've one task at a time. So if,
Glad we got that on camera.
yeah, you know, if I'm wanting to talk to my partner and
Yeah.
she's might be not focused, but doing something else, but actively listening.
Yes.
I don't take that as an active listening because you have to sit and look at me
Yeah.
like you are now.
Stop what you're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Stop. Yeah,
Because-
it's interesting, isn't it? And I love that you tell me that honestly,
Yeah.
because I will be a better person from this. I will
yeah,
be.
good.
I really will be.
No, it's because it takes a lot for us to
Yeah.
do real talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we do our real talk,
when something's in you to actually talk right now.
Yeah.
Stop now.
Yeah, but guys, when we want to do real talk, we just need that attention.
Yeah.
And it's, when I read the
You're like,
I'm like, you're undivided. I thought it was
don't think-
constant attention seeking, which is,
No.
that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
Show him respect.
Show him.
Okay, what do you think about this? I mean, mutual respect is one thing, but we're talking about the hero instinct now.
Yeah. Again, I think when you first saw this, Sean, you were like, I'm not sure about this.
This one. Yeah.
But it does talk about, like, it's not agreeing with him, it's just not disrespecting his opinion. And I think this, even the whole point of our podcast,
Yeah.
we all have opinions. I think, though, when you're not on the same page in a relationship, not just the same page as where you want to be in a relationship, but even a topic or an opinion, it can cause some friction. But showing respect, you can even say, hey, I see where you come from, but sometimes we do say things, Sean, I guess, that our intentions are different to your perception.
Yes.
So how you perceive it. And sometimes do you think men hold on to things?
Absolutely.
They do sometimes.
Yeah, I think so.
Even
And it
little
needs to,
things,
and that's where we come down to communication again, because
Yeah.
we hold on to it for a long time.
Do you forget it when it's clarified?
I do.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's
I
good.
do. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't
Sometimes
speak for every
it's
guy,
hard,
but I do,
especially
because
if the relationship disintegrates
yeah,
or separates or and you don't get to clarify it.
things just fester. You know. Yeah. I mean,
This is why, isn't it interesting? When I have finished relationships, women, I think, I'm not saying generalise, but I think women need closure. Men have already made their decision, or maybe women have made it for them. They don't need to close everything. For us, we need closure. So we need to actually say everything that we've been upset with, or that may not have worked out, or that we did or didn't like. And then even if we've said it, if you respond or you don't, it's like,
yeah.
okay, I feel better now.
See, guys absolutely need closure as well.
Do you? Okay,
Yeah.
I like it.
Different way of expressing it, though. You know, well, I like.
Does it take time for you to then, because at the beginning it's still quite raw, maybe us women have already overthought it a million times.
Yeah, or we'll just, suppress it and then do the male thing.
Yeah.
Just show up macho and then chat to the guys in the gym or at the pub. That's when it comes out.
Or pop it under the carpet for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Guys will, after a few drinks in the pub, open up.
You talk
and
about
then in patches.
Yeah.
Not the whole box and dice.
Yeah.
But just in patches. And then after that night, after the pub's shut, same thing.
Yeah.
Close the doors and suppress it again.
Well, hopefully you've
so there's no,
you've talked about it a bit, so you've let a little bit off. Do you think it's reasonable to have closure?
Yes. Closure means different things for different people. So, like, if it's
so when I say closure, it's not like you did this, didn't do this, didn't do whatever.
No, that's just blame.
It's not it's not a blame, but I do think it's okay. I'm not too clear about, why did you do this? Why didn't you do this? But I think it's still reasonable to have some closure in that. Respect them for they need closure, or they need to say it. So whether you agree or disagree, sometimes it is a bit hurtful. Sometimes it is, I guess you feel like it's a bit wasteful. Why did you even message me that?
Yeah. I said, if he feels like he can be himself without being judged, and that you'll give him space when he needs it, he'll be more likely to commit a partnership relationship where both partners have kids from previous relationship. He might have some issues with his ex in terms of custody or whatever.
Yeah.
So he needs the space to deal with that.
Yes.
So I think that's when I think the respect here is due, is just let him deal with that, because it might be very difficult for you or the but
do you think
any more noise will just send him into a deeper state of stress.
Yeah.
And it becomes like, wow, this is just way too hard.
Overwhelming.
Like, I really like this girl. I want to get into a relationship with her, but now
it's just not.
I can't deal with this other issue.
Yes.
Yeah, because
The only thing is, I know that when it's communication, you don't have to always explain, but I do think there is a responsibility to let the other person know. It doesn't have to be every detail, but when you
No,
become
yeah, yeah.
silent or become, if you ghost someone, one, I repeatedly say, it is not nice. You know what? A little bit of communication. It's just, I need some time alone to deal with this.
And that's it. Yeah.
It's really,
Simple.
do you want us to reach out? Do you want us to reach out and say, are you okay? Do you think men like that? Or will you reach out when you're ready?
And that's the thing. Like I said, guys function better when they
Yes.
focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah, okay.
So it is
Yes,
nice just to
yes.
get that, are you okay?
Okay.
Because,
Okay,
you
yeah.
know, it's not the absence of wanting to reach out to you saying, look, I'm just dealing with
Yeah.
it. It's not that. It's just
Yeah,
my attention is on this
right now.
right now, you know.
But I think that it comes across selfish if you don't explain.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
If you
Oh,
explain,
that's
I'm not
completely
saying
different story.
in
Absolutely,
depth. I'm not
yeah.
saying in depth. But
Yeah.
if you don't let them know, not saying what you think, but if you don't communicate, we are left wondering,
Yeah, look, if,
why does he need time? The bottom line is he's not really interested.
well, if I mean, exactly, it's the
Yeah.
response. Like, okay, let's say you send me a thing, a text,
Yeah.
you know, are you okay?
Yeah.
And I respond to that with, like you said, with a bit of clarity, like with a bit of
Yes.
explanation. Yes, but if I just
Yeah.
like, yeah, look, can't deal right now, or can't.
Yes.
That's not on. That for me,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
inconsiderate.
Yeah.
That's
Or-
disrespectful.
and
So yeah. Okay, number 10
Yeah.
reads appeal to his love language.
Oh, and there's like 5 different love languages? Yeah, I think there's 5.
Yeah, there's 5.
Yeah. Some people have said, "Oh, what's your love language?" I'm like, "Well, I think I like them all.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
like gifts. I don't think it's more of a priority over feeling affectionate or physical or compliments or the
Yeah, I
5
just-
different ones."
Yeah, I can't narrow it down to any number of, you know, like
Yeah.
I've got 5.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think a little bit of everything.
I think so.
A little bit of everything. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you
And be
generally
aware-
care
be
deeply for
aware
this
of it.
person, so you're going to
Yeah.
do stuff.
It's really funny though.
Online. Yeah.
In one of my old relationships, for 1 year, my partner bought me flowers every payday. And initially I said, "Oh, why do you buy these every week? Oh my God, I love it." And he goes, "Yes, because that's when I think about you every day. And this is
Yeah.
just to remind you, I'm thinking about you." And I'm like, you know, those flowers, I never thought that I liked gifts, but the actual symbol of it, the symbolic meaning of
Yeah,
it was way deeper than just some flowers.
Yeah.
It was
Absolutely.
really, it's a
Like-
thoughtfulness. So, I mean, we talk about gifts and I guess there's some monetary value to it. It wasn't about money at all.
It's not the money, like,
Yeah.
yeah, not at all. But,
I think
you know,
that some girls do put a monetary value on it, Sean.
yes, yeah, absolutely. A necklace, for example, valued at $200 versus a $10,000 necklace, to me, doesn't, the
It doesn't
value of the necklace
yes.
doesn't really
equate to the
what
purposefulness
exactly,
of it.
yeah,
100%.
but you're
Yeah.
right, some
Yeah.
women do. Like
Some women
some
definitely
guys do as well. It's like,
Do
this
they?
is how much I love you. Like I spent
Yeah.
$15,000.
Yes, okay.
You know.
Yeah, but there is 5 love languages.
What it says is appeal to his love language.
Yes.
So
I guess just being aware of it.
just being aware of it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Because it can go like if a guy's like he loves giving flowers, that's his love language.
Yes.
And his partner's not really the flower type, or she might interpret that as, okay, this guy's a bit needy, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's always with his flowers, you know.
Yeah. I think it goes to other. You need to be aware of what their love language
You
is.
have to.
Yeah. So, I mean, you might buy flowers, but gifts is not my love language.
Yeah. Could be as simple as I'm sitting
100%.
I'm relaxing in the backyard.
Yeah.
You turn up with a cup of coffee in the morning.
100%.
That to me is
100%.
massive. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like you just made me this cup of coffee without,
Yeah.
that means you thought
Yeah.
about me.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
as simple as that for me.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
also like that good morning text.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That amazing feeling. Lucky laugh, Sean.
Be
Lucky
enthusiastic.
laugh. Yeah, it's talking about the female being enthusiastic.
Being enthusiastic. And it talks about, when he's talking about his workday or showing something related to his hobbies.
Show interest in their hobbies. even if we're not genuinely actually interested.
Exactly. Well,
yeah.
and this is the thing. What if his hobby or
Yeah.
his like? What if it's fishing or golf, where you're
Yeah.
out all day?
Yeah. And it smells and it's
Yeah. So
boring and it's.
so you're apart essentially for that full day. Like every Saturday is golf day, or every
I see.
Sunday.
Without them.
Yeah.
Without. Okay.
So
yes.
I'm not sure if I agree with that. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
not spending time together, so why would you be enthusiastic about his
I think there's
hobby
a
if it's-
compensatory mechanism there as well. Like if you're out all day every Saturday, even if there is a family or there's sport, commitments, or if there's other commitments, even within a relationship, no family or anything, then I think there is some sort of compensatory mechanism in that you have to give back as well. Because although, like, I will support you in your hobby, in your desire to do something or your interests, you need to then make the effort in return. It doesn't have to be equal.
Not,
But, at night time, when you're tired after playing all day at golf and you just want to relax, it might just be a quality time that you need to be more aware of to spend with your partner.
Or, compromise. Say, okay,
Compromise.
This Saturday you're playing golf.
Yes.
Next Saturday you're going to follow me around the shops.
Do you really want to play golf?
Exactly. You might rethink his golf.
Exactly.
So,
It does really come back to, I think for me, making more of a conscious effort. I think it does come, like I said, more naturally if you are genuinely interested and you believe it. Don't say things that you don't mean.
Because you're gonna be unhappy.
And it's not being truthful or honest.
Correct.
And then you're going to come back and you're going to chat, and he's not going to believe what you said the first time.
Yeah. And
so
then
be
friction
honest.
and
yeah.
Yeah.
Communication.
Absolutely. And there we have
Communication.
the 11 triggers
Yeah.
of hero instinct.
Interesting,
yeah,
isn't
some
it?
thought-provoking stuff there. And like I said, when you first brought this up, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no
Even
idea.
when we first read the actual points,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't think so.
Correct.
However,
And then
looking a little bit deeper, it's interesting, isn't
it's
it?
very, very interesting. Yeah. So it'd be really nice to hear
Any feedback?
others' opinions on this because
100%.
they may have had different experiences in their relationships or whatever.
Is this how men feel? And
it'd be interesting from the guys
yeah.
to hear this from the guys.
Yeah.
Very interesting because I mean obviously we can't generalize for everyone, but
Yeah. Okay, Sean. I've bought a treat
what
for
have
you
we?
again.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Totes Oats. So it's actually overnight soaked oats. It's chocolate. I really wanted to do the raspberry and white chocolate, but I ate.
What?
I ate the white chocolate bits. Sorry, Sean, as well. They were sugar-free.
So this is just another sort of cherry on top of Fab Fridays that we do because this makes my
100%.
Friday.
I know. Look how
even-
excited you
No, I'm
look.
serious.
Yeah.
I'm a sweet tooth, you know that.
Yeah. Let's
So,
see. I mean, the
yeah.
one I made actually, to be honest, this is an overnight soak. I find if you leave it for a couple of nights.
Oh, really?
It's even better. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like it. So put in some.
Oh my God, beautiful.
I didn't. They put in chia seeds, but I doubled up the last time. Do you think it's should be a little bit thicker?
In consistency, or
I
no?
think it's good, isn't it? I do want to say I did underestimate, the saying about we don't know what's happening in people's lives, and we really don't. I'm not saying be kinder, be you. However, just be a little bit more mindful that things could be going on. People are very different in how they present, in that some people are very private.
Yeah.
Some people are very vocal. So when those people that are vocal are, letting us know about their family, don't underestimate this person sitting next to them is not going through the same, less or more.
Don't feel like you have to be the hero and save whoever. You don't have to do that because, people out there are going to say, well, I've got my own stuff happening in life. I can't. I'm not saying go and save people, but just like you said, just be a bit more mindful. We can get up just so caught up in our stuff in life, and it gets to that dog eat dog kind of mentality,
even
or each man
who's
for
had the
himself.
worst-
And
yeah.
exactly, and
Nobody's
and
worse off.
Exactly, people do
yeah.
compare. Sort of, oh, I'm
Yes.
worse off than you. Like,
Everyone is still and always has been entitled to their opinion.
Yep.
It's not about speaking up. If you don't want to, that's fine. But you have every right to share your opinion. You have every right. The other thing is, in return, be respectful of other people's opinion.
yeah, it's not a competition.
It's not a competition.
You know,
No,
yeah.
it's